Hi, I'm Carla Cannon. My oldest daughter, Naomi, is 16, and this is her last year of high school. She is finishing up her homeschool high school program a year ahead of schedule and starting university in the fall, where she will be beginning her 4-year Bachelor of Education degree in secondary education. So I've been feeling a little bit of mama pressure to make sure she is ready for university. And when I saw that IEW was coming out with a new curriculum, the University Ready Writing, I was like, I'll review it, me. So I'm excited to dive into that and share some information with you about that today. So this is so much more. It's called University Ready Writing, but in my opinion, it is so much more than just a university writing curriculum, because regardless of your field of study, you're going to have to write papers in university. That's just a given, except maybe in some math, maybe science classes. So it is an important foundational skill to have. And what this course does, well, is everything I wish I had before I started university. But I'm excited that I can share it with my daughter before she heads off in the fall. And so what this course does is prepare students not just for writing, but it gives the foundational IEW structure of how to approach things. And I love that. For any of you who have been to university, you know you get an assignment, 5-page paper, 10-page paper, due this day, and they give you a topic. And there's not typically a whole lot more of information that goes into it. And it's super overwhelming, not just for homeschool students, but any high school student starting university. And it takes time to develop those strategies of how do I tackle this? And when you're overwhelmed, what do we all naturally do? We procrastinate. And then that leads to more problems. So this course isn't just about writing, but it's really a holistic approach of preparing your child for university, giving them small, manageable steps in the university setting. Skills that your child will learn in this course are note-taking, which is huge regardless of the discipline or area of study that you're going into. So it teaches a couple different methods of note-taking. And what I really love is that it also has lots of practice built into the lessons where students can apply what they're learning and practice taking notes, which if your child is like mine, if maybe they haven't done a lot of in-person classes, or in our case, really any in-person classes, I think taking notes and having a strategy for that is a huge skill to learn. The other big thing that it does is it's not just writing a paper, but it gives steps, clear steps. You get an assignment. How do you tackle it? How do you figure out how many paragraphs you're going to need? How do you plan what you're going to say? And it gives that thing that I love about IEW so much, where they give kids manageable bite-sized steps so that writing and projects are not so overwhelming when you can do, okay, first I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. So I'm going to dive in and show you what you get and go through some of what the lessons cover for you. So who is this course good for? You may think, well, my child's not starting university yet. Maybe it's not applicable to them. I would say keep watching, because it very well may be. I am doing it with my daughter heading off to university, but I also plan to start it with my son when he is getting ready for some of the more advanced high school courses, because I wish these were some of the skills that she had taken into her high school courses that she did online using the Alberta curriculum. I think it would have been very beneficial if she had these strategies. So if you have an academic child who is ready for a bit of a challenge, then this could be perfect for them as well. The University Ready Writing course is a 12-week course that is based on 12 video lessons. If you're familiar with the video courses of structure and style. It's formatted in exactly the same way. If you're not familiar, I'm going to run through that really quick. And I also wanted to say that this program is perfect for families new to IEW and also those who are experienced with it. If you've done IEW in the past, yes, some of these things are going to be terms and ideas that you're familiar with, and they go through them quickly and take them to the next level. If you're new to IEW, don't sweat it. Your child can still definitely do this. They introduce it in such a way that if you're new to some of these concepts, they teach it that way, but they don't linger on it. So it clips along at a good rate. And so this is how it's set up. So in the box, this is what the box looks like that you'll get. Oh, and now it's coming down. Anyways, in the box, you will get a piece of paper that is your codes that you can access on your whatever device you want to stream the video lessons. And then you will get the parent book, and these pages mirror the student books, but they have additional information for parents saying, kind of in gray here. So it's the same as the student pages, but they have gray. That's additional information and tips, and just kind of gives a little bit more explanation or some examples of things that you can use to know what your child is going to be learning about in that lesson. So they have the video lessons and the parent book, and then it comes with the binder and all the student pages within that. If you click on the link below, it'll take you directly to this program. It is an affiliate link. I am doing this review on the material IEW sent me, but what I'm saying about it and my experience is definitely all my own opinion. So you can get a 2-week sample at the link below. And so I'm going to show you some pages from further into the course to get an idea of how it's structured week to week. Like I said, it's 12 weeks. And as in IEW's other courses, you can see that they have it broken down into 4 days. So the video lessons are to be watched over 2 days, either on the first and second, or sometimes the first and third day. And they average for the week about an hour to an hour and a half. So this first video in week 6, they watch, the first part, and then on the second day they watch the other part. And then I love the breakdown because then it's really clear to you and your child what it is that they need to do each day. And I have found this to be quite a manageable amount for this age group. Within the video lessons, right from the beginning, your child is learning how to take notes and some of those skills. And then there are many, talks or lectures that they can practice those skills that they've learned right within the video lessons, in addition to homework that they would complete outside of the video instruction. So how it's set up is really well organized and super easy for kids to follow. You can see samples of weeks 1 and 2 in the link below, but basically the key things taught in those first weeks are how to take notes, how to structure a paragraph, and how to determine the target audience and the length of your essay based upon your assignment, which is very helpful. And then also how to write a basic précis, which is kind of an advanced summary. So check that out down below to see a little bit more in detail what that looks like. In week 3, students learn how to approach the writing process. I think even if it's been drilled in, it's easy for students to think you sit down, you write, you're done, and it doesn't take much time. And I like that Mr. Pudwa emphasizes that it is a process and there's steps. And so here you can see kind of the outline for week number 3. I think it's important to say that this is a step up topic-wise and what they're asking them to do from the structure and style C video lessons. For example, the source text that they're dealing with this week is an excerpt from an Eleanor Roosevelt speech. And so it's not just the length that's a little bit longer, but it's preparing them for kind of a higher level of reading and taking notes, which I think is excellent practice, but definitely doable for a high school student to do. And with all IEW lessons and materials, the sheets are excellent. They show you, exactly what your process is and the steps. And the other thing that I wanted to mention that comes in your package is this, they call them portable walls, but basically it's a kind of a fold out, trifold, binder, I don't know, kind of like a folder that you can take. And this is something that my daughter will definitely be taking to university with her, because it's just a reminder of everything that they cover in each lesson, the key things, note taking, how to make, find a process with that and pick out the key ideas. It talks about essay models. So when you get that, hey, write a 1,500 word essay or a 5,000 word essay or more, it gives them models of how to put that together. So this is included in it and is a great resource and kind of summarizes all the lessons, the key things from it. So I really love that is a part of it as well. Week 4 goes into the model for a 5-paragraph essay and how to structure that, and then also importantly how to tweak that depending on the class, the assignment, and what your professor is looking for. So he talks about how to expand the topics, subdivide topics, and once again, very, very clear steps. So I love that. And then the other part of this week that they learn about is the TRIAC topic paragraph model, and it's another structural tool that your student can use that my daughter has found invaluable in her higher level English writing course as the TRIAC model. It's overwhelming when you get an assignment. And so whether you're using it, as a persuasive essay, a research essay, she's had to do a lot of critical literary analysis, and having the steps of having your topic, restricting your topic, and then, setting it down, and having your, the illustration, which is your example from the text that you're working with, or, whatever it is that proves your point. And then the A is analysis and, kind of breaking that down and why that's relevant to your point. That has been so helpful for her in approaching high school level papers. And so I love that this model can work, into university and beyond. And it really gives kids a strong tool to take with them when they face these different assignments. In week 4, like I said, they were working on kind of how to structure a paper once you get an assignment. And so then in week 5, again, there's a little talk, and they can practice their note-taking skills and summarizing skills. And then they go into, now that you have your assignment and you know kind of what kind of structure you're going to need, how do you approach it? How do you figure out what to say? And of course, there's steps for that. They talk about the 5 canons of rhetoric, and this is the canon of invention. And so it's coming up with, it's to overcome the hurdle of looking at that blank screen on your computer of a Word document going, what do I say? I know I need 5 pages or 10 pages. What the heck do I say? And so it gives really good, clear steps for overcoming that and asking yourselves questions and processes for figuring out what you're going to say on an assignment. So now going into week 6, your student has learned how to structure a paper or an assignment, how to figure out what the heck they're going to say within that assignment. And then week 6 focuses on elocution, which, as defined here, is the process of determining how to communicate. It refers to your style, including vocabulary, sentence openers, and literary devices. So it's, how to improve your writing to make sure that it's not boring and well done. And so they go through a variety of sentence structure things, as well as literary devices, which if you are doing a high school English class, you will need to know these. And so they go through all of that as well. The other thing that they learn in week 6 is how to format your paper for MLA style. This is something you definitely need to be familiar with going into university. And in my daughter's experience, it was something that she really needed to be very comfortable using in her high school classes as well. There was very little instruction on it, so I'm not sure when they learned that, but we figured it out, and she was expected to use MLA style to format all her papers, citations, all that kind of stuff. So they introduced that, which is fantastic. And then in week 7, they continue to expand on that and also learn how to write a personal response essay. So that's very helpful. And again, I really just like all the steps, right? Structure and style, structure and style. They give, break it down step by step, make it doable so you know where to start and how to go from there. They also include, like in other IEW programs, they have checklists. So your student, and when you're looking over their work, you can see, are they including all these different things? And I think that gives them a clear expectation of what you're looking for and is very helpful. In week 8, they transition away from the personal essay format and learn the writing process for a research essay using multiple sources, as well as how to document citations in the MLA format. And so again, very important skill. So I like that that is built in to it. And again, they give them steps. When you have a research paper, you will be expected to cite multiple sources. So having the skills and structure to do that is wonderful. In week 9, you move away from MLA formatting and learn to formulate a bibliography using APA. So when I went to university, MLA and APA were the most common formatting styles that I ran into. And so I like that they introduce both of them. The other thing in week 9 is they will be working on a 1,000-word position paper and formulating effective questions to drive your research. So that's very helpful as well. So that is the week 9. And then it also goes into week 10. They're continuing to learn how to do that APA style formatting. And then week 10 also focuses on writing thesis statements, which, that is so huge. If you don't have a strong thesis statement, you're basically off to a bad start right from the beginning. So I'm really glad that they devote, a large chunk of time on to how to develop those thesis statements. And I like that within this, students are still learning how to practice the skills of taking notes and having different types of writing assignments so that whatever's thrown at them in either high school or in the university classes, that they have a little experience in that. All right, we are almost done with the course. Thank you. If you have hung in there, wow, you've done really well. All right, week 11, they are identifying different story types and writing a reflection essay on a piece of literature, in this case, The Little Match Girl. So everybody has to take some form of English 101, whatever they classify it in university. That's often in your first year, first semester. So, and it's often some type of literary analysis. So I'm really happy that that is covered in here as well. So that is in week 11. And then they have, of course, your source text is right in it with the Little Match Girl is the story for this essay requirement. In week number 12, the last week of the course, it's nice that it is more condensed if you are in a bit of a time crunch, as I am with my daughter, as this is her last semester at home. So in week 12, they are learning how to determine a professor's writing style, or what it is the professor is looking for. Everybody likes things a little bit different. And so if your student can know that going into it and can tweak their style to match what that particular professor is looking for without that kind of devastating feeling of, oh, I'm a terrible writer. No. Different people like different things, and the sooner you can figure that out, the more successful you're going to be in classes. So that's addressed in week 12. And then it also discusses learning strategies for writing timed on-demand essays. So we're talking midterm and finals prep. I love that they have this covered because that is expected and also super stressful. So well done that they cover that as well. So all in all, I think this is a fantastic program. I am so thankful it came out before Naomi is off to university. And it is something that I would do even with my son. He's 14 now, so he's working on structure and style level C. I think when he completes that, knowing the skills that they're expected to have in Alberta high school English classes, that this is something that I would do with him even earlier on. But of course, you know your child, and so do what is best for them and their ability. If it's too much, then wait, and that's okay too. But fantastic program, IEW. You have outdone yourself once again, and I am thrilled that I could get my hands on it. And I hope this gives you an idea of the types of skills that it's covered, and I hope that for you, as it has done for me, it will give you that a little bit more peace of mind. Have I prepared my child for post-secondary education? Are they ready for university? Going through this, you can just take a deep breath and just know that, you know, they have really been exposed to and covered the foundational skills that they will need to be successful. And so I'm really grateful that I have this resource, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we have been. Bye-bye.